Hey girlies, it's Tammi. Welcome back to my channel. So first of all, happy new year guys, happy 2022. But also I am now back on YouTube. This is my first video back. Give me a minute, I'm gonna get the swing of it, hopefully. I went ahead and purchased a backdrop because I just wasn't happy with any of my backgrounds that I had in my room. So I just thought plain white backdrop is the easiest thing. So for today's video, we're gonna be going through my favorite makeup of 2021, like the makeup that I was reaching for the most. Some of it is from 2020, but I've tried my best not to repeat products. I've tried to kind of include new products that have blown me away this year, but a few of them, like the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder, it's just like a staple. I feel like it's going to be in my yearly favorites forever. Also, I've been breaking out really bad lately because I had a cheese pizza. I know my skin hates it and I just can't resist every once in a while. It was a good decision in the moment because it tastes amazing, but it was a very, very bad decision for my skin. So I got a few breakouts, which this one was really bad, but a couple over here are not that bad. But anyway, my skin's not in the best condition because I've been indulging. Anyway, let's go ahead and start off with primer. So of course, Laura Mercier Blurring Primer. I feel like this was in my last year favorite as well, but this one, Too Faced Primed and Poreless, is perfect if you like mattified, poreless skin. Today I'm going to take the Laura Mercier Blurring Primer just because my skin is feeling a little bit dry, so I'm not trying to use the Too Faced one. If you do have oily skin, the Too Faced one would be perfect for you, but if you have dry skin, you won't love it. It does really dry down and mattify the skin, but this one is really nice and soft. It's kind of like a cream that blurs your pores and blurs your skin. So to be honest with you, the foundation I've been using all year is the Nars Soft Matte Foundation. I don't feel like I've used anything else. Like, I've used one or two foundations here and there, but it's always been this one, especially when I'm going out. But occasionally I do like to use the Rimmel Lasting Finish, what is it called, 25-hour foundation. This one is a lot more hydrating depending on how my skin feels that day. If it feels really, really dry, I'll just use this one. If it feels like combination, I'll use this one. But if it feels really, really oily and I'm going out and I want my makeup to last all night, I'll use this one. But these two mixed together, beautiful. I absolutely love these two. Occasionally I have been reaching for the Catrice True Skin foundation. This is the hydrating one, but to be honest with you guys, it's really, really matte. Whenever I apply it, maybe the primer I'm using or something, it applies really, really matte, like there's no glow or dew in sight, but it is full coverage, really good foundation. But for today, what I'm gonna do is take a pump of these two foundations because these have been my go-to for the year. So how was your Christmas and New Year's, guys? All of that. I had the best New Year's ever. We actually went to Dubai for New Year's. It was insane. We was there for, me and my partner, we was there for a week. We did so much. Like, we did quad biking in the desert. We did so many beach days, like, because they have beach clubs and stuff. We did a boat, a yacht thing. Yeah, we just had the best time in Dubai, but everything is so expensive, especially when you're going as a two-party person. Maybe if we went with like friends and stuff, it would have worked out cheaper, but everywhere we went, even just like clubs and restaurants and stuff, there would be like a minimum spend. So that was a lot of foundation. I'm gonna need to take some off. But yeah, there'd be like a minimum spend of like 1,500 dirham, and for two people to spend, that's a lot of like food and drink. And me and my partner, we're on like this weight loss thing, so we don't even eat that much to begin with. So it was just a lot of food and drink that we had to try and consume to hit the minimum spend. The actual trip itself was amazing, and we've kind of fallen in love with traveling. The whole process wasn't too jarring in terms of course, like COVID tests and stuff like that. How flawless does my skin look? Like, those foundations are just out of this world beautiful. But yeah, now I feel like we've got the travel bug because we've booked 2 more holidays this year. God willing, you know, if everything goes okay with the world situation, we can go on it. But yeah, we've booked one for us and the kids as well to Turkey, so that should be really good. Let's go ahead and move on to eyes before we finish up the face. So in terms of eyes, honestly guys, 2021 was the year that I didn't really do that much eyeshadow. I wasn't really on YouTube, and I feel like when it comes to eyeshadow, YouTube is definitely my creative outlet, like doing tutorials for you guys. But also I wasn't really inspired to do colorful eyeshadows this year. I've really been focusing on perfecting my base routine and, you know, just trying new hacks and tips and all of that that stuff on actual base makeup, so I haven't really been focusing or stepping out of my like comfort zone. I don't really have a comfort zone when it comes to eyeshadow, but I haven't really been experimenting with eyeshadow as much as I have in previous years, so I don't really have much eyeshadow favorites. Funny enough, the most reached for eyeshadow palette that I have this year is actually the Colourpop Down to Earth Pressed Powder Palette. It's like this tiny little neutral quad. I travel with this if I'm going out and I just want to add a little colour in the crease for definition. I use this shade here and then a little bit of this shade. This has just been my go-to eyeshadow palette, to be honest with you. I know, boring. I've become that girl, what can I say? There have been a couple palettes recently that have drawn my attention and really got me interested in maybe doing colourful eyeshadow again. Of course, both palettes are by Beauty Bay. There's something about the Beauty Bay quality that I just absolutely love. And their shade selections, I love the colours that they put together. They're always so innovative and like creative, and they just inspire me. So this one is the Wilderness palette. I'm not sure if this is still sold out. I know they did bring it back for a little while, but I don't really know. Their palettes tend to sell out quite a bit, so if you can grab it, I definitely say grab it because the shades are just beautiful. You get the reds, the greens, little bit of blue in there. Another palette they launched, I think this was their holiday launch, the Opulence palette. This is gorgeous. The deep shades in here are just beautiful, like the blues and the purples and the kind of teals. I love this palette so much. Another colourful eyeshadow palette that really had me this summer is the Lorac Lost in Paradise palette. The shades in here are absolutely stunning. Like, look at that. You get the neons and like bright colours over there, but you also get blues and purples and stuff on this side. You got the cheek powders, which definitely work on my skin tone. That top pinky coral shade is beautiful. So today I'm not going to bore you with a neutral look, but I have obviously used Beauty Bay on my channel before, so what I think I'm going to do is use this one. So I'm going to start off by priming my eyes with Plouise. I really hope I can pull a look together for you guys because it's honestly been a while since I've done super colorful looks. I've done like, you know, a pinky look here and a little purple look here, but it's such a weird feeling, guys. I used to look at colors like this and be so inspired. Now I'm very, very overwhelmed. I'm like, where do I even start? What do I want to do? I think I'm going to start off with this purpley shade here called Jungle Fever. I can't zoom you in any closer because I don't have my zoom lens attached to the camera today, so this is as good as it's gonna get, unfortunately. Sorry about that, guys. I'll try remember to use that lens on my next video. But yeah, this is so pigmented, as you guys can see. And I like to tap to diffuse because I feel like when you blend it like that, it kind of drags a bit on the primer. So I just tap it to blow it out. You can do this, Tammy. I know it's been a while, but you can do this, girl. I'm gonna dip into the orange shade here, and I'm just gonna pat that onto the edge of the purple. And also on my inner corner here. Then what I am going to do is dip into my tie, maybe a little bit of this yellow as well, so mix these two and carry that right up by the brow bone, just gently. And then of course I will go back with every shade, make sure they're nice and intense. Going back in with the orange, just going to re-intensify that and kind of blend it a little bit into the yellow. And then last but not least, small dab of the purple, just a little bit to make sure there's no harsh line there on the edge. All right, I think that is as good as it's gonna get for now, okay? Until I've perfected my skills again. But old school Tammy would have probably done a cut crease, but there just ain't no way. There ain't no way. I don't even remember the last time I did a cut crease. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take some of my NYX Glitter Glue and use that to kind of prep the lid. Ooh, those two could look nice. So I think I'm gonna take Aloha first, this one here, and put that in the center. Look how pigmented. So gorgeous. And then dipping into this shade here, Safari. I'm gonna put that on my inner corner. It's kind of like a greeny gold. I'm gonna take a little bit of that purple and just blend it into the blue shimmer as well. Okay, so for concealer, there's been 3 that I've been rotating. One of them is kind of new to me. So this is the Hmb Cosmetics. I got this towards the end of the year, but it quickly became a favorite. The coverage of this is hydrating. A little bit goes a very, very long way with this. And I use the shade 4W underneath my eyes sometimes if I'm feeling a bit froggy and I really want to get like, you know, glam, I'll go for 3W, and it's really, really bright underneath my eyes. Another one I've been loving is the Juvia's Place concealer. This is so hydrating underneath my eyes. That's another thing. I feel like with concealer underneath my eyes, I don't go for something super, super matte anymore, just because I'm getting a little bit older, you know. It's actually my birthday this month, guys. Where's my Aquariuses at? Yeah, what was I gonna say? Yeah, so as I'm getting a little bit older, I don't necessarily need matte concealer underneath my eyes and then topped with a setting powder as well. It's just sometimes a little bit too much, okay? So I've been going for like more hydrating concealers, and these two are perfect. Juvia's Place is now available in Superdrug in the UK as well, so you can easily get your hands on it. And then the other one that I've been reaching for, this one is a little bit more matte than the other two. This is the Rimmel Multitasker, but it's flawless coverage. I can't get the words out today, guys. I'm new, okay? Are you new here? Yes. Have you seen that TikTok? Guys, I'm a TikTok fanatic. When I tell you nearly everything that comes out of my mouth is from TikTok. But you know that TikTok where they're like, are you new here? Yeah. I think today I'm gonna take the Hmb Cosmetics one, just so you guys can, have I used this on YouTube? I can't remember, but it's so full coverage. So you see what I mean about this shade? It's like really nice to go underneath my eyes, but it's not like super, super bright. So sometimes I'll go in with a dab of 3W to really give it that, you know? So this is the 3W. So as you guys can see, it's just a little bit, well, a lot brighter. So I'll literally just take one little dab of that right there. This concealer, chef's kiss. I've seen quite a few YouTubers and, you know, content creators raving about the Hmb Cosmetics. So it's not just me that loves it. Like, look at that. Look at that coverage. Honey, this base. Okay, so before we set, Creme Blush, I've been addicted. I am obsessed. So first of all, I launched my own plush blushes. They're liquid blushes in my brand MAKEUPBYTAMMI.com. But I also have another favorite that I cannot put down, and it's by Hmb Cosmetics in the shade Passion. This is the best orange, warm orange blush that I've ever tried. Like, look at this color. Look at this color. If you have deeper skin tone and you've been on the hunt for the perfect orange to show up on your skin tone, Hmb Cosmetics has you covered, okay? They're not available in the UK, but they do ship to the UK. So yeah, if you can sort that out, go for it. If not, Makeup by Tammi is UK based, of course. These are two of my favorite shades, but there are 4 shades in the collection. The other 2 are more pinky toned, and then these ones are more corally orange. Guys, I just realized I wasn't even recording, but I took some of my liquid blush from my brand Makeup by Tammi in the shade Orange Bloom, and I'm just dabbing that on. So that is how Orange Bloom looks like on my skin tone. So we're gonna go ahead and set this concealer underneath my eyes, and my go-to powder is still the same as last year. If anything, I've just started mixing the two. So Maybelline Fit Me setting powder, and this is the loose one, which if you're in the UK you can get on Amazon, or if you're in the USA or like anywhere else, I think you can get it in Ulta. And this is in the shade Medium Deep. And then Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder in Banana Bread. I used to use these separately, like on different days, and then one day I mixed them and my whole life changed. I feel like because I was talking for so long, my under eye concealer is creasing, so I'm just gonna take a little bit. Right, we're back in business, baby. I know the bright under eye is not for everyone, but it's definitely for me. So let me tell you my trick for a flawless under eye. So first I take the Maybelline one, just dip my sponge into there, and then I dip my sponge into the Huda Beauty powder. So I've got like an even coat of both of them. Then I press it into my hand to kind of push it into the sponge, but also dust off any excess powder. Then I look up like that into the mirror. So you want to stretch the crease underneath your eyes and just press it in. When I tell you, this gives you the most flawless skin, almost looks airbrushed. Well, it does look airbrushed. So smooth, like look at the smoothness of my under eye here compared to here, you see? So once again, a little dab of the Maybelline, little dab of the Huda Beauty, press them both into my hand to dust off, but also push it into the sponge. Look up and push it right underneath the eyes. And I don't really bake, but I do push in a lot of powder because I have oily skin, so if I want my makeup to last all day, I have to push this much powder into my face. My sponge is damp. I did wet it before I started filming, squeezed all the water out so it's not wet but it's damp. And that is basically how I get my flawless under eyes. Then of course for the rest of the face, Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless in the shade number 3 has been my go-to. So much so that I actually finished it. Like, it had the tiniest bit around the outside, then I dropped it one day and it just completely smashed. So, but it was basically finished anyway. So I got a new one and she is just that girl. I don't know what to tell you. This is shade 3, but of course she does have shade 4, and I've heard through the grapevine that she's coming out with more shades. So if you're around my skin tone, a little bit lighter, you know, you can get away with shade number 3, and if you're darker, you can get away with shade number 4. I know 4 looks, I'm doing a lot of talking, but hey, it's been a while. I know 4 doesn't look that deep, but it does come off darker on the skin. Another setting powder that I have been loving on the days that I wasn't using my Charlotte Tilbury is the Bare Minerals Original Mineral Veil Pressed Powder in the shade Sheer Tan. Once again, very smoothing powder. It does remind me of the Charlotte Tilbury. Charlotte Tilbury is a little bit more blurring on the skin, but this is just as good. Sets the face, mattifies it. It's just really, really nice. So today I'm gonna take the Bare Minerals, because I feel like I used the Charlotte Tilbury quite a bit on my channel before I disappeared. And I'm just gonna take it on this big fluffy brush, which is from Beauty Bay, and just press that into my face where I haven't set with the powders. And yeah, this is just as smoothing and flawless as Charlotte Tilbury. So if you are in the market for a new pressed powder, definitely recommend checking this one out. Right, honesty, 100% transparency with you guys. For bronzer, blusher, highlight, all of that, I've just been using my Paradise Glow palette, my collaboration with Revolution. I really rarely ever use something else unless I'm like testing it out. It's just easy. It's in my everyday makeup drawer. I just grab it. It's just the easiest thing for me to grab, and I use it every day. I travel with it. I don't use anything else. But on the rare occasion that I think, you know what, Tammy, you're doing too much with this, switch it up a bit, I will reach for either my Nars, what is this called, bronzing powder in the shade Punta Cana, which has a very soft sheen to it, but it's a really nice shade and it melts onto the skin beautifully. And then also very, very occasionally, I do like to use the I Heart Revolution coffee bronzer in the shade Macchiato, which is like this. Very, very pigmented, but very, very nice warm terracotta. It's very similar to my skin tone, but it has a really nice warm undertone. So yeah, I do sometimes go for these two. Out of my whole collection, it would most likely be these two if I didn't want to use my palette that day. So I'm gonna take the I Heart Revolution one because I feel like most of the products that I've been using have been pretty high end. So this one is, I think, like £5. And also what I've been doing different with my bronzer is I like to take a big fluffy brush and just kind of pounce it on rather than like a small brush and blending it out. So I'll literally, this is so pigmented, like you need to be very, very careful. I'll just take like a dab like that, even that's too much, dust it off on my hand, and then just dab it on my bronzing areas. I just find this is so much quicker and easier. This brush is by GWA, Girls with Attitude, and I just pounce it on. Why is my mirror leaning and bopping? Can you? Thank you. And then also I'm going to take a very small amount of that, press it off, and do my nose contour. It's such a pigmented powder, like you need to, that's way too much, but hey, hold on, I'll fix it after. And then just dab over it with the sponge that I had the loose powders on. Okay, so I think we're nearly done, but I did want to mention the NYX Jumbo Pencil. I don't know if you saw, this went viral on TikTok for nose contour and to just brighten up certain areas. There's the milk one, which is the white one, which I do like using occasionally, but I've really fell in love with this one called Frosting, and it's a shimmer. It's almost like doing your powder highlight but with a cream, so it just looks a little bit more natural on your nose. So I'll put this on the tip of my nose here to really give it like a point and a lift, and you can just kind of, because these melt into the skin really nicely, you can kind of just dab it on. And then also I'll put it here to give a nice lift to the bridge of my nose, and then just pat that in. But it really does help shape your nose. Do you see that? And it's like a really nice goldy shimmer. But if you're not into the shimmery nose, you can definitely just take the milk pencil, blend it into your nose, and it does the same thing just without that gold sheen. Setting spray. So there's really been one that I've just been using all year, and not necessarily because it holds my makeup. Okay, so if I'm going out, Charlotte Tilbury setting spray every single time, but I don't want to waste that if I'm just filming, so I'll use this instead. It really sinks in my powders. It really really gives me like a soft sheen, but also like a nice, what's it called, demi matte, like a demi matte finish. It's not too glowy, but it's also not super matte. Or I'll use my Morphe continuous setting spray, but I feel like everyone already knows about this, so I'm just gonna go in with this one. And I do like to use my fan to just kind of make it dry faster. So I hope you can see how it's just given like a really nice soft glow to the skin without it being dewy, if you know what I mean. Next, for lashes, nothing has changed since last year. If I'm not using my lashes from MAKEUPBYTAMMI.com, I'm using Doll Beauty lashes. Like, these are just my two go-to lash brands. I love the drama, I love the length, I love just everything about them. These are Summer by my brand. As you guys can see, super wispy, fluttery, long, gorgeous lashes. These are Samantha by Doll Beauty, which I also love. Really nice and volumizing. I feel like today's look will definitely suit the volume and the drama of Doll Beauty Samantha. If you want to go for wispy and fluttery, I feel like these look best with natural eyeshadow, because sometimes such long wispy lashes can take away from the colorful eyeshadow, if that makes sense. Anyway, let me go ahead and put these lashes on, and then I'll come back to you so we can finish off with lips. Okay, so lashes are on. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do my beauty marks. I always use the Bite Beauty eyeliner pen to do this because gorgeous girls love beauty marks. No, I'm joking. Obviously, if this is not your thing, you don't have to do it. Not everything is for everyone, okay? So let's go ahead and finish off with lips. So for lip liner, it's the same as last year. The only difference is the colors change because it's the collaboration with Tiana Taylor, but it's still the MAC Chestnut lip liner. Occasionally, the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Intense shade, which is like this dark brown, is basically the same thing as MAC Chestnut. So this is MAC Chestnut and this is Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Intense 3. I think today I'm gonna take the Charlotte Tilbury because you guys have seen me use MAC Chestnut a million times. So I'm just gonna line. It's so creamy, but it lasts really well. And then for lips, if you don't know, I did launch lip glosses on MAKEUPBYTAMMI.com, and these are just what I use every day. I put them in my handbag, I wear them every day like that. There's 7 shades, but I love these two the most. This is the Boss and Brown Sugar. Let me swatch them on my hand for you. They almost feel like a tinted lip oil. Like, they're not sticky at all. They're really nice and lightweight. They're just amazing. So this one is Brown Sugar, and then this one is the Boss. So Brown Sugar is a little bit deeper, just ever so slightly deeper, but they're both amazing. I'm gonna take the Boss today, paired with a brown lip liner like this. Divine, absolutely divine. And they're only £6. So look at this color, like, no, I don't think you understand. I'm obsessed. Let me just pop in my earrings. And that basically completes the look, guys. What do you think? I love all of these products. Of course, they've made my 2021 makeup favorites. Go ahead and let me know down in the comments what was your favorite products for the year, what stood out to you, are any of my favorites, your favorites, all of that good stuff down in the comment section. Don't forget to check out MAKEUPBYTAMMI.com if you do want to shop my brand. Check out my TikTok, my Instagram, all of it, Makeup by Tammi, all of that good stuff. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video, which should be next week, okay? If it's not, run me down. Actually, don't do that. I think for my next video, I'm going to be testing Rare Beauty because I got a PR package of everything, foundation, concealer, blushes, all of that stuff. So I'm going to test out the brand. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch you guys in my next one. Take care. Bye.